You have your ups, you have your downs. You have your downs. So the string of good episode of 97 ends for now. This episode, I had a feeling when I saw the clip of it. It was because it was showing Jubilee. I was like, Jubilee, and they were showing the clip of how she was, I guess, like playing a video game or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. Maybe that's a cool little concept. I don't know. But boy, let's say episode last week was like a solid, was like tier level. Like that was the highest level it could get, probably, because you got Sensor in there. You got a revelation that Jean was a Jean and everything else. This episode was a step in the wrong direction, but I had a feeling we were going to get these type of episodes. And it's just, you just got to take it with the punches, I guess. Whatever. This was not the good episode. This was pretty boring. When it comes to Jubilee, she's not really up there for me. I don't care for her as a character. I never cared for her in the anime, the original series. I don't care for her now. Matter of fact, she really wasn't a factor in the original series compared to how she's not a factor in this series. It is even funny, they even make reference that she finally turned 18. I was like, 18? I thought she was already 18. But I do remember she didn't do a lot of message. As a matter of fact, I rewatched the show and I barely saw her on a lot of missions because they kind of treat her like a kid. So, yeah, I mean, I just didn't care for it. And then what makes matter worse, last week you had Mr. Sinister, which is arguably one of the most top villains in X-Men next to Apocalypse. Then you get one of the worst villains in X-Men and the worst villains in comic to me is Mojo. I cannot stand Mojo. I hate the concept of Mojo. It really does. Like, honestly, I think I hated Mojo a lot more in Wolverine and the X-Men because it was randomly, it came out of nowhere. It really did. I just don't like Mojo because he's not been an interesting villain to me. Like, he's a joke character. He's a filler villain. Like, literally, he's one of those filler villains that you have to go, let's say the X-Men has to go to the Nova Corps. Let's say the X-Men got to go to the Nova Corps in Marvel because they're all connected, right? And during that time they're going there, something happens, the ship crash landed on the planet. More than likely, the planet will be on the slave planet known as the Mojoverse. And he is one of those villains that I could do without. Like, literally, I can do without. And they put him with one of the worst X-Men characters I don't care for. And it just made to the episodes, I just didn't care for it. Like, Hotspot seemed like an interesting character, but I think he don't deserve Mojo. I mean, oh my God, this was tough. And then when I saw Mojo, I said, oh, this motherfucker. He's one of those characters I just don't care for. I really don't. A lot of people say, well, Johnson, you got to give it a chance. I gave it a chance. It just wasn't working for me. With all that going on, now there's a part 2 to this. So I told my buddy's like, oh no. I said, oh yes. I said, the string of good episodes is we are into filler territory. They did do something with Storm a little bit. How Forge was trying to help her get her power. So I think next episode is focusing on that. Like I said, though, there's a part 2 to Jubilee's story with Mojo. And from the title of this episode, it was called, let me see here. I think I have it right here. Give me a minute. It is called Motendo Life Death. I think they're just going to do Life Death Part 2. This is probably focusing on, I hope it's Storm. Cross the fingers. I hope it's Storm. But yeah, because next episode called Remember It. And then we got Life Death Part 2, which I think is going to deal with Storm a little bit, getting her powers. Then episode 7 called Bright Eyes. Then 8, 9, and 10 is called Tolerance is Existent, I believe. And that's 3 episodes. But that's kind of how X-Men used to do it back in the day anyway. They had these episodes that were long and stuff like that. Hell, the Dark Phoenix was 5 episodes. That was 5 episodes. I was like, because I'm rewatching it again, and I was like, yo, what the hell? So that was like 5 episodes. So, but yeah, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy it? Did you love it? This was tough to get through. This was tough. Um, I think we're done with Motendo. Hopefully, whew, hopefully. As always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video.